If you're thinking about moving to Folsom Ranch in the Sacramento area, guys, I'm going to break down KB Homes' latest community, Esquire. I'm going to talk a little bit about appreciation, short-term, long-term, all that kind of fun stuff, location, everything regarding this community. This community, in my opinion, is a game changer. When I went out to KB a couple days ago, I was expecting exorbitant Mello Roos. I was expecting small, tiny backyards. And what I got at KB totally made me smile for the first-time home buyer and for the investor who's feeling a little shut out of Folsom, California. Let's get into this video. We're going to bring in maps. We're going to show you some rental comps, all that kind of fun stuff right now. Let's get going. I'm going to be analyzing new home communities and seeing if they make sense for you. Short-term, long-term, appreciation, areas, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you like that kind of video, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty and see if these homes are going to make you money in the long term, if they're a good location, if there's something that they're other than just pretty houses. Because honestly, guys, if you guys are looking for a brand new home, they're all pretty amazing. They all look fantastic. But after 3 to 4 years, are you buying right? Is the location going to be great for you? That's what the videos we're going to go over are basically going to be about when I break down communities. Okay, so let's get into some of the nitty gritty. And this is stuff that you guys should probably be pulling out a pen and paper for. One is that for every investor, they have to sell 7 additional homes to first-time home buyers or people who are looking for a second home. So that means for every investor that comes into KB Homes Esquire, they have to basically, then there's got to be 7 people looking for a primary or second home. Now, I just said that, second home. That's right, guys. You can actually get these things right off the bat if you're looking for your second home. Tri Point, Canterley, and Lariat had a thing where you couldn't be an investor and you couldn't be buying for your second home. KB Esquire is not like this. They're saying if you want to buy a second home, you're good to go. If you want to buy a first home, you're good to go. If you're an investor, we take 1 out of every 7 people coming in can be an investor. They're filling up really, really quick with that as well too. I love the policy. Now let's talk a little bit about the lender credits, right? Everyone's looking at credits, and I'm not saying this is going to last, but as we're seeing, incentives are going away. So this community specifically, we're talking about the only incentive they're giving right now is $5,000 from the lender towards closing costs. That's it. So as we're seeing right now, they know this is going to be a hot community, and they're only giving a $5,000 lender credit. Now for investors, if you are just a straight up investor and you're watching this, and we work with tons of investors, so reach out. For investors, you have to put down $24K. Everyone else, you got a little bit normal of a down pay, what's called putting down, but $24K for investors. Now, this is one of the things I absolutely love. Well, there are 2 things I absolutely loved. One is no HOA, guys. No HOA at this KB Esquire community, which I think is fabulous. The other thing too is some of the lowest Mello Roos that I've seen, bar none, in Folsom Ranch outside of Regency, but we know that comes with an HOA. So we're talking Mello Roos is going to be between $291 for the smaller floor plans all the way up to $325, a tax rate 1.24. Now, I've been selling a lot in Folsom Ranch. In fact, my team's been working with more people than anything in Folsom Ranch specifically. And so for us, this Mello Roos took me by surprise. Why? Well, here's the thing, guys. KB Homes in Elk Grove's Mello Roos is between $450 and $550 at their new communities that they're launching in Elk Grove. So what does that mean? That means that even if you get the largest floor plan in Folsom, you're still probably going to be paying somewhere between $100 and $200 less Mello Roos than you are in Elk Grove. Now, if you do the math on that, that's absolutely nuts because Mello Roos bonds are between 20 and 40 years. So that's one of the things I love about this Folsom community that I was completely blown away. Other than that, here's something kind of nice. KB had a couple other communities in Folsom Ranch that had tiny backyards. These homes don't. 20, 30, some even 40-foot backyards. Are there lot premiums? Yeah. But you actually get a backyard that's scale of the home, which a lot of people want, especially if you're moving into Folsom. Now let's go into it a little bit. Let's go into like nitty-gritty maps and all that kind of fun stuff. So this is a community right here. Really cute. Elevations are really, really nice. Like I said, I love this community, especially for investors, because I do think investors have kind of been shut out. All right, so let's go to Sacramento real quick. Okay, so here's Sacramento. Now, the hub of building here in Sacramento, this is where you're building like crazy, is Elk Grove. Boom. Roseville's another one. Roseville leads the pack right now, but Elk Grove is probably going to beat them during summertime. And Folsom, right? Now, the thing I like about Folsom, and I like about Elk Grove as well, but Folsom, you got here to downtown Sacramento, that's about a 20-minute drive. Yes, there is a little construction on the 50, but it's still pretty solid. But Folsom is kind of its own economy, and so it doesn't really need, there's not a lot of people moving to downtown because Folsom's got a very, very kind of a strong shopping, strong economy, strong sense of community, and it's really one of those spots, in fact, probably the most popular spot people are moving into in the Sacramento metro. All right, so let's take a look at Folsom itself. Okay, so here is Folsom. If you're coming up the 50, you're going to see right here is where all the new home building is happening. And that's it. So a lot of people are worried that it's other parts of Folsom. Now, this is pretty much where all the new home stuff is happening right here. You got builders like Tri Point, like Taylor, like Toll. Everyone's building right here. And as you can see right here on the map, it's kind of still super close to downtown. It's super close to the 50. And right across the freeway right here, and we'll show you another map in a second, is where the heart of the shopping is. So unlike areas like Elk Grove, unlike areas like West Roseville, the shopping is honestly about 2 minutes away, which a lot of people like because a lot of people don't want to be, paying the high Mello Roos and also be in the middle of nowhere for a long time. Folsom Ranch has that going for it. All right, so let's take a look at something else here. Boom. Now, for all you people who are looking for investment properties, this is what we're looking at as far as rental comps in the area for Folsom. Folsom is pretty good as far as rental comps. And so this is kind of what you're looking like on Zillow. They are not bad. I mean, look at these things. 5-bedroom, 3-bath, over 3,000 square feet. So, and then you got this is just crazy rentals in Folsom. Now, a lot of people are wondering, well, high interest rates, it's still not making a pencil. Yes, but there's more. There's absolutely more. Look at this. All right, so we're looking to Folsom, California right here. We're talking the median sales price of homes in Folsom was $815. Last month, up 16.3% from last year. So if you're looking for an investment property, or if you're looking just even buy your first home, you want to be in a market that's like this with, boom, that kind of appreciation. That is just absolutely crazy. Folsom, like I said, is one of the more popular spots to buy in. So whether you're like an investor, whether you're like a first-time home buyer, or whether you're someone looking for your dream home, those type of numbers should be making you smile. Now, the rule of thumb, if you're buying an investment property, is you want to make sure that you're in an area that historically has good appreciation, which we're showing you right here that it does, right? But we go further than that, and we're going to show you some other stuff here. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this kind of stuff. I'm loving this new pen and this new style of stuff. Okay, so here we go. Here is Folsom in a nutshell. White Rock Road, here's where all the new home stuff is. The Regency you can see over there. Okay, so now here is the Palladio, which is a majority of our shopping right here. Here is Intel right here, which is where a majority of our jobs, that's one of the staples in the Sacramento area, in Folsom specifically. So a lot of people are buying investment homes in Folsom Ranch and leveraging Intel. You got Intel, but you're also, like I said here, you got about 20 minutes to downtown on the 50, and you're super close to the 50, which is right here as well too. So it's really, really nice. You get a community vibe. Also, if you want to have a spot that's basically near the water and all that stuff too, and you want to go recreation, you want to hang out, it's right there. I know I'm making a mess with this map, but I'm super excited about my new pencil. Okay, so that's kind of one of the things that people are liking. The fact that the new homes, which I mentioned are right there, are super close to shopping, super close to downtown, as far as Intel as well too. Now, what does this mean for you? Well, here's the thing, guys. If you're looking for short-term or long-term rentals, one is it's good to have an area that is fun to live in, right? You got the lake right close by. You have shopping close by. You have schools. We're even having 3 new schools in Folsom Ranch come out. Another elementary, a high school, and a middle school. Now, if anyone knows Folsom, they also know the schools are a big thing in Folsom. You got Vista, you got Folsom High, and you have that brand new elementary school already in Folsom Ranch just blowing up. So you got the schools, which is one of the main things that people like for long-term rentals, and you got short-term rentals because guess what, guys? In Folsom Ranch, you're going to have what's called a Dignity. You're going to have an entire medical center. So if you're looking for short-term, if you're looking for maybe something Airbnb-ish, well, everyone likes to hang out at the lake, have a nice kind of vacation spot that kind of is Tahoe-esque. But the other thing that I love is the fact that you got a medical center being built in Folsom Ranch, where you're probably going to see a lot of nurses, traveling nurses, and over here somewhere, and this is not going to be 100% accurate, but over here is a Kaiser. So you got Kaiser, you got a nice thriving economy in Folsom. You have new commercial being built in Folsom Ranch. I mean, it's pretty nuts as far as if you're someone who's looking to buy an investment property over there. Now, as far as price point goes, price point in KB is very, very, very competitive over there too. It's actually cheaper than a lot of the other homes. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer, I'd still look at Tri-Point Lariat and Tri-Point Canterley. But if you are someone who's looking for another option and you want to keep it under $700,000, man, these KB homes are nice. Let's in fact go into them a little bit here. Okay, so here we go with the KB homes. Boom. And let's make this a little bigger actually. Here we go. Okay, so these are the ones for investors that I really, really like. And we're talking 20 feet backyard. These are the two that I think are prime for investors. The only negative I will say though, if you're someone who's looking maybe for your dream home, even the largest floor plan, which is I think 2777, does only come with a 2-car garage. It does give you nice backyard space though too, unlike the KB homes previous, and it gives you bigger backyard sizes than Tri-Point Lariat and Canterley. Lone Star and Eastwood, probably somewhat around there too, but I was actually blown away. I walked in there, I saw a small floor plan that felt like about 2,000 square feet, huge backyard. And they were telling me that, you know, backyards going to be between 20, 30, even some bigger lots are even going to be bigger than that. So I like it. But for investors, these are the two I kind of focus in on. Now, the other floor plan that I saw was this large one. And like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a model tour. I'm going to link the video over there and you guys can click on it and take a look at the models and take a look for yourself. But look at this price point right here, right? Now, what you're going to notice is with KB, they do have a standard upgrade package. It's not bad. I mean, honestly, I was kind of like, the first home, the model home, the smaller one is completely standard. And I was okay with it. I was like, this is not bad getting out the door at this price point. And like I said, I think the price point is very competitive. I think that companies like, or builders like Beazer, like Tri-Point, like Taylor might be a little nervous about these guys coming out. Now, one of the things I love also about this KB community is the fact that if you're one of the early people who get in, if you're one of the early people that are kind of like, you know what, I'm going to jump in to basically KB because I know because, you know, once interest rates drop, it's going to get crazy out there. But I know there's like no inventory on the market. I know that Folsom is pretty hot. And I know that with every release, KB is probably going to up the price because these are kind of like beginning pricing to get people going out there too. Now, here's the rest of the builders that are out there. I mean, we don't have everyone out here, but we got what? We got Taylor Morrison right here, Toll out here. And I think Beazer somewhere around, where is it? Like somewhere around here. Okay, so then we got Stone Bluff is gone. Russell Ranch, New Home Company, gone. Lennar is kind of a big player out there too, but Russell Ranch has the HOAs. This KB community right here, as far as location-wise goes, look at this. Look at that. And I know what you're thinking, freeway noise. I went out there, I didn't hear any freeway noise, but I did get one thing, that you go to East Bidwell, you're right on the 50. So if you're someone who's maybe thinking to yourself, I don't want to be bogged down because there are probably going to be issues with East Bidwell because there's not a lot of streets, you know, it's just not easy to kind of cross into the freeway. This is probably something you might want to think about as far as KB Home Esquire at Folsom Ranch. It's, in my opinion, got some of the best location that I've seen. It's right near the 50, but you don't hear the freeway noise, or at least I didn't. You're close to everything. So I like it. I think the floor plans, like I said before, and I think the price comps right now are pretty good. You can get out the door for like the smaller floor plans under $700 if you go with the standard upgrades. Solar, I think, is around $17,000, depending on which floor plan you get. And if you want to get the big one, the big home right here, and you're thinking, this is what I want. This is my forever home. I want to be in Folsom. I love the idea there's new schools and everything too. And you want to go standard because you're thinking to yourself, when we start upgrading stuff, I want it to be a little bit better than KB does. Okay, so you get out the door, maybe it's $780, and at that price point, you can't find any, for that price point and the square footage, you can't find anything in Folsom Ranch that matches up to it. So KB for me is going to be a big player as far as like Folsom Ranch goes. If you guys want to go out there and take a look, let us know. We can break down some houses for you as well too in areas. But one of the things, my biggest takeaways were what the lower Mello Roos, and I've seen at majority of the builders out there, no HOA, the price point, the location, all the stuff that's going to be happening in Folsom Ranch and everything too. And the floor plans are absolutely I mean, the floor plans were good, you know, and they only have two models, the smaller one and the bigger one. The smaller one, they're being very strategic, because the smaller one, they're hopefully trying to get some of that Tri-Point, Canterley, and Lariat traffic. Price-wise, very competitive, right? The thing that's a pro about Tri-Point is I like their build quality a little bit more, but the pro I like about KB is they give you a larger backyard size, and I like the location of where they're located. As far as the bigger floor plan goes, I mean, if you can get out the door under $800,000 with a nice home and a nice piece of land in that kind of location, I mean, would you go there? Would you go Beezer? Would you go Taylor all the way down East Bidwell? Maybe some traffic. So there's a lot to be said between that. If you're someone who maybe has to commute to downtown, this KB home community might be perfect for you, because it's a straight shot on the freeway, close to everything. But I guess what I'm saying to you guys, if you guys are looking, let us know. If you have questions about this KB home community specifically, give me a call. We can talk a little bit about it. I can give you the pros and cons and why actually I released this video. Now, I'm going to start doing more videos like this, breaking down communities in all the Sacramento area. So if I see a community that I think is just like a rock star community, or a community that maybe not worth the bang for your buck, I'm probably going to bring it on and do what I just did right now. Like I said, guys, this KB Esquire community in Folsom Ranch in the Sacramento area is really, really awesome. Now, if you want to see the full model tour of it, I'm going to put it right here, and that's going to be me and Nikki going through the models on a nice rainy day just for you guys, so you can take a look at the flow, the floor plans, and everything too. Now, if you still like more content about this channel and you want to tune into our live that we do on Wednesday at 7 o'clock every night, every week on this channel, click over there as well too. That's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and like I said, it's a little impromptu, but I kind of wanted to give you a scoop on one of the best communities that I think Folsom Ranch has needed in a long, long time. And I'm excited for you investors. You finally get like something that you don't feel like you're getting kicked out of Folsom Ranch, that might actually start to pencil. And for you first-time home buyers, I'm glad that you have another option other than Tri-Points, Canterley, and Lariat. All right, guys, until next video, this is Mark. Like, subscribe, see ya.